All right, family. So if you missed my last video, it was basically helping people who failed the real estate exam on their first attempt or multiple attempts. Please go back and watch that video. I posted some helpful tips on how to get back up and make it better in the next go round. But in this video, I'm going to talk a lot more in detail about certain things that you can do. What I would suggest for most people to do is go to an actual school. I know a lot of people do it online, and for online, it might be advantageous because people have kids, they have jobs, you know, they have different things that it's hard to commit to driving to a school. They want to save gas money. So I get it. If you're in that situation or whatever, it makes sense to do online. But for most of you who might be like myself and you need something broken down to you because you're reading a chapter, you're like, what the hell is this saying? Going to a school, the biggest advantage is you get to meet other potential realtors like yourself who are in there for the same goal as you. You get the network. You get the information from an experienced professional in the business for years, and you're going to learn how to see what's on the exam a little bit better. And when it comes to context, I think that's helpful. But practicing those test questions in those books, I mean, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't suggest studying for, the question and answer directly, because when you get to the exam, it's going to be more scenario based. It's going to ask you scenario type questions. So if you know the definition of something, that's great, but you got to see how it applies to that scenario. That's where you got to really learn. And that's when you have to go in the book and read those more in-depth scenarios that the chapters provide to have a better understanding of what you're reading. So it's one thing to know a definition. You might get a few questions with a definition on there, but the vast majority of the test is going to be scenario based. Or it's going to ask you, about something. So there's a few math questions as well. But don't be discouraged, guys. I mean, look, the reality is I don't give a damn who passes on the first time or not. Nobody is an expert in this field. If you've never done it before and you pass the exam, that doesn't mean that you know everything about real estate law. Real estate attorneys know about real estate law. That's why they take the Florida bar. We're just realtors. We have to learn about the laws and the ethics and things like that. But at the end of the day, in real life real estate, you're probably not going to apply 95% of what you learned in class in the real life. In real life real estate, it's going to be transactional. You got to learn something totally different. So I would just encourage you guys, stay the course. Make sure you know what you want to do once you pass your exam, and do not get wrapped up into all these brokerages calling you, trying to recruit you. Dismiss all of them until you pass, because it can be distracting. They're recruiting you. Your mind is already focused on passing exam, but then it's going this way, trying to see which broker you want to work for. Focus on passing exam, and that's it. And, do a review. I said that in my last video, if you fail. That helps a lot.